Okay, we're recording now. So, welcome
Recording
to
for YouTube. Hello,
Yeah.
everybody on the YouTube world. We are about to do a
thing.
reaction to Kaitlin Bennet meets Antifa. Okay, so this
Yeah.
is going to be really interesting.
This is gonna be
I freaking love Antifa. All for Antifa. I am all for anti-fascism.
Oh yeah, for sure. And fun fact, we two, the two admins on political ineptitude, are in fact the CEOs of Antifa.
Yes,
Um,
yes, we are. In fact,
I handle main operations between Antifa and other organizations.
and I am for recruitment.
Exactly. Yes, he handles the more HR part of the deal.
Yep,
So if
it's
you ever need to,
but it's really. I mean, to say we're CEOs, is very exciting, but it's really a um, what's the socialist company called?
oh, like a commune.
Yes, yeah,
Yeah, I
a
mean
worker co-op, if you will.
exactly. Well, we're in charge, but yeah,
We're in charge
yeah,
because we're the CEOs of the commune.
and the real fascists.
Yeah, we are. Well, I wish. No. All right, you ready to get into this?
Kaitlin
Full
Bennet.
screen.
Kaitlin Bennet meets Antifa. Okay. Um.
I have actually broken down beforehand every single talking point she uses, and I will call them out as I see them.
Okay.
So,
I'll probably take a back seat for this one.
all right.
I feel like I kind of answered a lot of the stuff in the communism one. So
Definitely feel open to talk.
yeah,
but
for sure. All right. Damn.
Hop right
Okay.
into
Just right off the bat, the lighting here.
Isn't it so good?
Can you not focus the camera? Like you have the money to have a good camera. I don't get why Kaitlin Bennet looks like the surface of the sun. Like, come on.
I know, right?
You can do it.
All right, let's do it.
You're having Kaitlin Bennet on, not a piece of
Yeah.
epoxy, or no, not epoxy, proxy paper or whatever. Anyway,
All right, 3,
cool.
2, 1, go.
I gotta cover my face. Woo! I'm so strong. I'm not a coward. Woo!
I'm not actually
Hey
going to
guys,
comment on
don't
this
try to
beginning
pick
bit
on us. We don't have
before
very big
the main
muscles.
video
We're
Yeah.
because
very scared and
I'm going to talk
really
about it
shy
when we
right
get
now.
into it.
Right here, they're having a huddle. This is like the safe space club right here.
God,
So that's
the lighting is so bad.
Oh, it's so good. And this video makes Antifa look so good. Here,
Yeah.
I'll talk about it. Okay, automatically, very dramatic, scary music because these are
This
the
is
scary
cool.
Antifa.
Yeah, they're
These are the scary
Antifa,
Antifa.
who are also weak little soy boys.
Yeah, a very
But-
common practice in fascism, actually.
Yeah, double
Making
thing.
the double thing.
Yeah.
Nazis did it.
Oh yeah.
Nazis did it with they're weak little soy boys, but also might be controlling the government, and we should kill them all. Like,
Yeah.
Okay, so we've spotted a
we're getting into
wild
it.
group of Antifa over there in their natural habitat. We're gonna go see
I don't.
them.
I
have
never
my
find out
Antifa
who this
member
dude
over
is.
here.
Yeah,
We're
no,
gonna go see Antifa,
he's
right?
probably just left stage.
Yeah, we don't know
Yeah,
his name.
Obviously.
Yeah, I mean.
Okay, let's go talk to him. Hi guys. What are y'all here protesting today?
Alpha. Absolute
Your body
alpha.
language says you're
Absolute
mad.
alpha.
What are you guys
Yeah, he's
protesting
mad. That's
today?
why he's literally protesting.
Anybody want to get their message out? All right, let's go.
Okay,
for a walk.
so I feel like
Comrades, woo!
Okay, all right.
This is
Here's the
Okay.
beginning. She's name calling them comrades. Okay. So to make fun of them, even though that's literally what they are, that's why they're not reacting to the comrades thing. Is because
Yeah.
it's comrades is often used to address a fellow socialist or communist, and Antifa is left wing.
yeah.
So that they're just like, I'm a comrade.
yeah.
like that's how these people are feeling right now. They're just like, yeah, what's your point?
Also, I feel like we should discuss why they're not talking, because this will be important for a lot of the video.
Okay.
So the reason that they're not talking and they have their faces covered is because of people like Kaitlin Bennet who come in with cameras and try and look at specific people because one, they don't want to be implicated by the cops, and two, they don't want people recognizing them from videos like this that are supposedly portray them in a bad light, and have those people that recognize them act aggressively towards them.
Right.
And voice
we'll talk
recognition
more
can
about
also
that.
be used. Yeah, but we can talk more about that later.
We'll definitely talk more about that. She goes even deeper into it.
Yeah. All right.
So
I'm at
all right,
136.
we're in one. I'm at 136 right now. 3, 2, 1.
This is a very cool group of comrades we have right here. We're gonna end
Yep.
private property. We're gonna
Fight the power!
Yeah, communism! Woo! We hate private property.
they just hate it there. Look at that dude.
So strong.
Look at
Dude,
this
he
guy.
doesn't give a
He
fuck,
does not
dude. He's
care.
just like,
Don't try to
look
pick
at these
on us.
absolute
They're not very big
alphas.
muscles. They're not very big. So, no. Then they know who we are. We don't believe in anything that we actually say. All right, so
Okay,
all right,
pause.
pause it.
Yeah.
Pause it. Oh, coward. She's saying they're cowards because they cover their face. I say, like you said before, it's a smart thing for any
Yeah.
radical person who doesn't want their politics to affect their personal life, but still
Especially
wants to fight for
left-leaning-
what they believe.
Especially left-leaning people in the United States, because the United States
Exactly.
is very anti-left currently.
And if you want to fight for what you believe is right, I'd say there's no problem with hiding your identity. People lose their jobs over this type of thing,
Oh yeah.
but that doesn't mean that they shouldn't stand for what they believe is right.
Yeah, I mean, Kaitlin
No.
Bennet, you're such a big fan of liberty. Don't you feel like these people have the right to freedom of speech without prosecution?
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. It's literally the argument she's making is absurd, and she brings it up throughout the rest of the video so many times. So
Yeah. Also, just want to point out that one of her arguments was that they have small muscles.
yeah, which is great.
Queen of ad hominem, everybody.
Not only that, I mean that. So this is the entire video is ad hominems because they're not being the Antifa she wants to portray.
Right,
Alright.
yeah, they're not doing anything
208.
violent. Right. Alright, 208, I'm at 207.
Okay. Are you at 208,
how are we gonna take over?
or should I go to 207?
I'm at 208. Alright.
Okay, cool.
3,
2,
2, 1, go.
Capitalism, how are we gonna end it? Okay, well, wanting to.
This is actually
Where's my
really
Antifa
funny.
friend?
It's really funny
Okay,
how
so
much
we're
attention
going-
she's
right
trying
now
to
we're
get from
walking
these
through
Yeah.
guys.
private property.
This
We're
is
gonna
like
kill the rich.
the
We're
same-
gonna just take over everything.
This is
no more rich
the
people. We're gonna
exact
eat them.
same
All right, we're going
energy.
this way. This is as much
Exact same
exercise as
energy
people have gotten in a
as
long
like
time.
toddlers
But this
who.
is us.
Alright, pause
Don't
it.
touch me.
Alright, pause it.
Pause it. Have you heard those two arguments? One of them was the no exercise. This is the most exercise they've gotten in a long time.
Yeah.
So once again, grouping people into a conglomerate based on their beliefs rather than treating them as an individual, which is
Not
her
very
exact same
libertarian.
critique, not very libertarian, and her exact critique of communism.
Yep.
Okay, so once again,
Ideological
ideological
inconsistency.
inconsistency. Yeah.
Also, yeah.
And then she also said, "Eat the rich." She said, "I want you guys. We're going to eat the rich." Obviously, okay. So that
Yeah.
what does "eat the rich" stand for? It represents standing up to those in power and holding them accountable on behalf of their less fortunate. It's a
Exactly.
slogan that means that. So
yeah, no one's
so she's
actually
correct.
saying cannibalism on rich people. Like,
right. So either she's dumb enough to not do incredibly basic research on what the slogan means, or she's insane and thinks that the left advocates for cannibalism.
if she's a QA on her, maybe, and I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, have you seen their
Definitely.
stuff? It's ridiculous. They're literally
I haven't.
like the cabal of Democrat Jews who run the pedophile rings, smear aborted baby fetus on their faces to look younger. Like that's literally the type
that's
of stuff
Antifa.
they say. Oh, right. My mistake. Yeah, well, as the CEOs, we actually sanction that. We force it upon our members of our organization.
You can't be an official Antifa member unless you smear fetus.
Yeah, you've heard of hazing? It's like that, but mandatory.
Yeah, right? It's like that, but mandatory and not for college.
Yeah.
But
Also, like I was saying earlier, this video just totally gives off, like, Kaitlin Bennet toddler vibes. Like, you know, like, look at
Oh,
me,
yeah.
look at me, look at me, look at me. That's what it feels
Look
like.
at me, look at me. Give me what I want to see, which is a violent, non-progressive Antifa. And that's just not what they're giving her.
Exactly. They're giving her
That's great.
nothing, and so she has to try and like spin it in a way that's like cowards. And the problem is, when Kaitlin Bennet goes off of her 3 designated daily talking points, she's only allowed 3.
Right.
She starts to kind of trip over her words a bit because her brain being roughly the size of the watermark down the bottom of the video, it causes some slight issues with the speed thinking process, and the immediate reaction then is she starts to go to what she knows best, which is a craving for the attention of people that she thinks deserve to give her attention, because obviously there is no one more important in Kaitlin Bennett's mind than Kaitlin Bennet.
Yeah, right.
And the result of this is her acting like a deranged toddler who waddles around asking for people to look at this cool thing they know how to do, and then just jumps and spins and wastes everybody's time. Anyway.
That's exactly it. Okay.
All right.
Let's hop right into it. I'm at 233.
I'm at 236, so I'll go back to 233. All right. 3, 2, 1, go.
But this is awesome. Don't touch me. Don't touch me.
We're not giving consent
So,
to record. We're not giving consent to record.
We're in public.
We're not giving consent.
Do you know about the First Amendment?
We're not giving consent to record.
You don't need it.
True.
Yep.
All right, look at them hugging. They're very scared.
You don't need it.
and
You don't need it to
really
record in
shy
public,
right now.
but
They're not
hugging each
scared
other,
of you. They're annoyed
bundling up.
by
It's
you.
a little cold out here. Look at this really
Hugging
sexy
each other.
face.
They're flipping her off. That's
Hugging
Oh my God,
each
I'll
other.
never recover.
Pause it.
All right, so right
Okay.
now,
Okay.
So,
Oh.
she says out here, okay, they're hugging, because apparently hugging each other in support is a bad thing, right?
Yeah.
Even though they aren't hugging, they're linking hands, which is a very common way to show your unity with the people you agree with. Okay.
Yeah, as well as it just being a safe way to not get separated in case, like, something, in case something goes wrong,
Right. And then she's using the blatantly non-masculine rhetoric of hugging to portray to the sexist viewers that Antifa is weak and feminine. This
Yeah.
continues like a harmful, like, sexist rhetoric that emotion is to be looked down upon, and traditionally feminine traits are like weak.
Yeah.
Obviously, because that's the audience she's pandering to.
Right.
She's
of course.
perpetrating a patriarchal system and pandering to sexist viewers.
Yeah.
And sexist viewers that want nothing more than to hate degenerates.
Yeah.
Which is like a literal Nazi talking point. But like they want nothing more to think, wow, these Antifa folk are really weak and unpowerful.
Yeah. Also, I gotta
because
say,
they act like females.
I
What?
absolutely adore the doublethink here because it makes it so much easier for actual reasonable people to be converted to the left. Because here's the thing, is that 1 minute they will be talking about, oh, they're so weak, they're holding hands, they're, like, so feminine or whatever, as if that's, like, a bad thing, right? And then the next minute, like, if this video was the rioters, like, actually, like, maybe one of them broke a window, right?
Yeah.
Then the rhetoric would immediately shift from, oh, they're so weak, they're so, like, they need comfort, to they are destroying Western society, they are a dangerous domestic
so
terrorist
dangerous.
organization who is burning down cities. Like, that's how
such
the
a-
rhetoric shifts.
Such a fascist thing to do.
Exactly.
Every fascist has done that doublethink with the people they want to get rid of.
Exactly, and say what you will about the left. I don't care about your political leaning here, okay? But here's the thing. We're ideologically consistent when it comes to Antifa. We know what it is, we know what they do, and we know, like, why they do it.
Right.
The right does not have that, at least the farther right,
Right. And we can talk about what Antifa is real quick for anyone who doesn't know. Antifa is like, how do I put this? It's a decentralized left-wing political movement.
Mm-hmm.
It came from Germany. It's in America now, a lot of it. It's made up of like an autonomous anti-racists, essentially, who engage in protesting and seek to combat and push back fascists and racists, such as neo-Nazis, white supremacists, and other far-right extremists, through use of nonviolent and sometimes violent direct action.
Yeah.
But Antifa is not inherently violent. It doesn't have to be. As long as you're anti-racist and anti-fascist, that's Antifa.
Yeah.
And it's just going out and using direct action through protest or under means to combat fascism. That's literally all that Antifa is. It's not an organization. It's a way of thinking that maybe maybe fascism isn't the best for everybody.
Yeah, exactly.
And maybe we should not have that. And here, I'm going to
Yeah.
proactively take action to go against it.
Exactly.
That's what Antifa is.
Especially dumb when it's like people who are like Antifa are the real fascists because they shut down people's freedom of speech. It's like, okay, so here's the thing. Say you have two people, right? One of them is a Nazi. The other is an Antifa member. And the Nazi says something along the lines of, I think the Jews should be gassed and we should have ethno-states. Now, what's the response to that? Is it, okay, freedom of speech, or is it, I want to stop that person by any means possible, even if that includes political violence? Because I don't know about you guys, but for me, there's a pretty clear answer there. And I think that everybody is entitled to their own opinion. I'm very pro freedom of thought and freedom of speech. I'm an anarchist, but there's a difference between freedom of thought and freedom of thought propagation.
Yes.
If you have an idea that directly harms others, that idea does not have a right to be spread, and it does not have a right to be looked kindly upon. I'd say in the case of fascist ideas, for the most part, they have a right to be looked down upon very heavily and acted against. So,
I would agree.
Yeah, that's.
And even then, it's absurd to say Antifa is fascist because they want to get rid of freedom of speech. Not all Antifa want that.
No,
I don't want that. I would consider myself an anti-fascist, but I don't want to silence people. I think that it's actually very beneficial to have people like Kaitlin Bennet out on the streets because she has done more for leftist think than anyone else I can think of.
I mean, come on.
It's absurd, and it's not hard to show why a Nazi is wrong.
Exactly,
And there's not a criteria other than you want to act against fascism. That's the only criteria for being an anti-fascist, for being Antifa. So, to say Antifa is the real fascist is just absurd, because what even is Antifa? It's not a thing.
Yeah.
All right, let's get back into it. 257.
All right, wait, you were at 250. Okay. I was at 302. We can go back to 250. All right, there we go. 3, 2, 1, go.
Oh my God, I'll never recover. All right, so right now they're actually going to their house, their mom's
Good.
house.
I hope
They're
you
going to their
never
mom's
sleep
house.
again.
They're gonna go in the basement. They're gonna
Ooh, their mom's house?
Oh, wow.
Talk about destroying
Literally a
capitalism.
third-grade
They're gonna
bully
eat the
tactic to
rich.
get a
Look
rise
at 'em, they're
out
on
of
their way.
someone.
You can tell they eat a
Yo,
lot.
even the
They're
double
very
thing
cool.
there,
You
in
guys
that
go
one
and
sentence.
take
They're
everybody's
gonna go
money,
home,
implement
they're gonna go
socialism
back to
and
their
fight
mommies,
communism.
and they're gonna talk about
It's
eating
gonna
the
go
rich.
great for you.
Yeah.
Very strong, very stunning, very brave.
Yeah, good point.
Aren't they brave?
They're so brave.
I know.
They're the most brave people I've ever seen.
Don't you wish you could be as brave as them?
It takes so much courage to hide your face.
You know
Calm
what's
down,
weird?
neckbeard.
They just walked because I keep
So
they
brave.
just walked all the way
Pause
away.
it.
So now
Pause it. All right.
All right.
So, out here talking about being brave. She's sarcastically calling them brave. Yeah. Actually, they are brave.
Yeah.
Standing up for what you believe is right is literally one of the bravest things someone can do, especially when facing an opposing side.
Yeah, especially when that opposing side is more powerful than your presence has ever been.
Yeah. In fact, making fun of someone who is standing up for what they believe in is in a way trying to silence them.
Yeah.
Trying to silence your
And-
opposition by bullying them into being quiet about what they believe.
I'd say
And what Antifa
fairly
believes
cowardly.
is the opposition of fascism. I would say it's definitely cowardly. And what Antifa believes is the opposition of fascism. So to bully them into being silence and anti-fascist is the same as advocating for fascism. I mean,
Right.
And if they're such cowards, why are you so afraid of what they have to say?
Right? Yeah, exactly.
I
Someone's
just-
someone would be like beating up Hitler, and these people would be like, haha, but you see, by punching Hitler in the face, you've become the real Nazi. Like, come on. Be real here.
Yeah, right?
Anyway. Alright, 340.
340. Let me get to it. I'm there. 340. 3.
Oh, can I just
2,
point out the dude
1.
in the back with the Bikers for Trump shirt here?
Wow.
Wow.
Very brave.
Very brave. So brave. So
No,
brave.
it is. Fuck it. It is brave to stand up for what you believe in, even if I disagree with it. So.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Alright.
Like, I will respect a Trump's... obviously, I disagree with a Trump supporter, but I will respect them if they can give me an argument for why they care about it, why they think it's true. I'm going to disagree with it probably, and I'll tell them that. I'll tell them why I disagree. But if they can put together a logical argument and like think this is why I believe what I believe, okay.
Yeah,
Good for you. Like, at least you're thinking for yourself.
Yeah, you don't have to respect their opinion as long as you respect their right to that opinion.
Yes.
Alright. 3,
Good way of putting that. All right.
2, 1, go.
I don't know where they're going.
Why are you hiding your face? It's embarrassing.
It's embarrassing.
I don't know where they're going. They're going to their mom house.
Dude sounded like Napoleon
Do you know
Dynamite.
why they did hide their face?
MAGA
Do you
chud.
have anything to
I hope
say?
you cried when you lost the election.
Are you Kaitlin Bennet?
Are you?
Oh no, she's been
Are
recognized.
you? All right, look at this.
That was the stupidest response ever.
Mm-hmm.
Look, I'm hiding my face like them. There we go. I'm hiding my face.
Yeah, if you were smart, you'd hide your face more often.
Yo, are they actually putting the sign in front of her to stop the camera?
Yeah, it's very awesome.
That's
You're so
that's
brave, aren't you?
nice.
It's amazing.
So Chad.
How many of
Yeah,
us are
so
here
good.
compared to them?
I know.
Let them do what they want.
Yeah, let them do
Yeah.
what they want. See, he knows.
Yeah,
USA!
He's like, we already outnumber them. Just let it be.
yeah.
They're holding hands.
Nope, they're linking elbows in case.
Holding hands.
So stunning.
Pause
They're
it.
holding hands. Look.
Okay.
Holding hands. Really? Really?
That's
Holding
not-
hands. They're
yeah.
holding hands.
Really?
I hate that. It's like, I
Even-
mean, it's the same thing as like, it's the same thing as, oh, they're hugging. No,
Yeah.
they're linking arms. It's a very common way to show unity. Okay.
And it's also a good way to protect against, like, people getting left behind. So.
Yeah, and it's a sexist. It panders to your sexist viewers
Yeah.
by showing that they're weak and feminine because femininity is
When you hold
bad.
hands.
Yeah, because femininity is so bad.
Communism
obviously.
is when you hold hands. The more hands you hold, the more communism it is.
And if they hold a real lot of hands, it's
Communalism.
Marxism. Oh, communalism. Okay. Yeah, it's once
Communalism-
again perpetrating this like sexist
Yeah.
rhetoric that is like that emotion is to be looked down upon, you know, and traditionally feminine traits are weak. It's
Yeah.
just literally progressing patriarchy. Thanks for nothing.
Communalism. Communalism is when there's only one hand and everybody has to share it.
Oh, the hand of God.
No, like one human hand.
Oh, okay. It's Stalin's.
Stalin was a communalist. Anyway.
All right.
Anyway.
I'm at 452.
All right, let me back it up. All right. 3,
3.
2, 1, go.
So stunning. They're holding hands. Look at them.
I mean, they
Holding
know each
hands
other.
because holding
It's like
hands is a
we're
bad
all-
thing.
All cops
Yeah.
are.
This dude, like in the back, he's like actually making
It's
points.
pathetic.
It's brave. It's stunning.
Oh, now he's not.
So well,
Oh.
all over the earth. Hey, if it weren't for communists, where would we be? All right, so what's y'all's goal exactly? What are y'all looking?
If it weren't,
What are y'all looking?
Dude, what a guy.
Just do it. You want to tell?
dude, he's just like, if it weren't for communism.
Do you want to tell them what you guys are here for?
Shut up, dude.
It was a great idea, but it failed.
Heck no, they don't need to talk to you. They don't need to feed into your trap. Your trap.
Yeah, same point. Same point here.
This is like the safe space club right here. So that's.
Ooh, oh no, a safe space. Are you triggered about safe
Safe
space?
space? Pause it.
Okay.
Yeah. Go
Safe
ahead
spaces.
and make fun of safe spaces. Okay, what's the definition of a safe space? A place or environment in which a person or category of people can feel confident that they will not be exposed to discrimination, criticism, harassment, or any other emotional or physical harm. That sounds
what
perfectly reasonable to me.
Yeah, what
and in
about
fact,
that?
as a libertarian, you should care about that.
Yeah, and like honestly, a lot of people like the conservative idea is that they take issue with safe spaces because generally they're like occasionally like racially exclusive or something like that. Like you'll have a safe space for minorities who feel like they've been
Yes.
disproportionately affected by like white people or something like that.
Protecting people of different genders, religions, cultural beliefs, race, stuff like that.
Exactly, and like I can see where that goes in. They're like, oh, well, what about the other people? But really, like, that's not
There's a space for them too.
Exactly. If they need a safe space, they get their safe space. That's fine. There's no. I
Yeah.
really don't
Making-
get the argument against it.
Making fun of that is literally like saying people who different from you don't deserve to be safe and or deserve to be exposed to discrimination, criticism, harassment, and any other like harm, physical or emotional.
Yeah, because
It's like an inherently racist, sexist, homophobic, transphobic, xenophobic, and any other phobic. This is like inherently that,
yeah. Plus,
just by saying that one sentence.
having like safe spaces on college campuses is a great way to lower student suicide rates because people can actually
Has that been
vent.
proven?
I mean, like, I don't have an actual study on it.
That's
currently,
that's
but I'm
interesting,
like,
and I wouldn't doubt it. But
well, but there's like specific examples of like people who have decided to like commit suicide based on things like that, where they just felt they had no safe place to share their like thoughts and feelings and stuff like that, and actually address these issues. They just kind of suffered in silence, and that's
Yeah.
what safe spaces are built to help deal with. You know?
yeah, so go ahead and make fun of it again, Kaitlin Bennet.
Yeah. All right. 552.
You know.
552.
Let me get there.
All right.
552. 3, 2, 1, go.
They want to eat rich people.
They want to eat rich people.
You're a free American. If you want to go get rich, I just want to tell you, you better.
If you want to
you
go
wanna
get
go-
rich, it's going to be really hard unless you're white.
Pause. Okay. You dude in the back just yelled, "If you want to get rich, you go get rich." Sir, how
Yeah.
much money do you make? What's your average
Yeah.
annual income? Is it above $500,000? Do you qualify for 1% tax brackets? Do you want to be
If
rich?
working hard was a like decision maker on how much money you made, every woman in Africa would be a billionaire. That's just not how that works.
If working hard made you rich, every person would be like a billionaire. Like everybody works hard. Well, maybe not everybody. I mean,
A lot of people
CEOs
do.
exist, but I mean, it's like fast food joints. Do you know how hard those employees work every day? Like, come on.
Sure. And even if just one fast food work isn't that, obviously you can't live off a fast food wage, so
no.
maybe you work 2 jobs. Working at McDonald's and Subway, that's hard as fuck, and you're working hard, and you're waking up early, and you're going to bed late. That
Yeah.
works.
But are all those people rich? No. Because that's
No.
not how it
No, of
works.
course
There's an
not.
over-idealized viewpoint
No.
of capitalism that completely excludes the actual environmental contributors to a person's well-being. It's stupid.
It's the American dream, and it was
See?
true for white straight men in the 50s, but
Yeah.
it's no longer how this works.
Yeah, like, even nowadays, it's so hard to work your way up a corporate chain. Like, pages no longer get promoted as CEOs. Like that's a thing of the past. I don't know. Anyway, I'm at 6:04.
I'm at 6:04.
Cool.
Perfect.
Yes.
3, 2, 1, go.
Thank you.
See?
Thank you.
I love you. I love you. See?
I like him.
I like him.
Straight to the point.
Yep.
I respect that.
Just to let you know, my name is Mexican Jose. Look me out. See?
Oh, wow.
Did you guys want to try to talk to them at all?
She's just
Like,
filming.
even try to explain and have
Look
them
at that.
understand?
How does
don't
she
give
think
a
she's
fuck.
winning
Try
here?
to understand?
How does she think
She
she's winning
doesn't.
here?
She's
They
definitely
stand
getting
here
owned
isn't
right now.
doing anything.
Yeah.
You want to have a civil discussion about your beliefs?
Oh, civil discussion. Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
sure you're
'cause-
all for that.
Because that. Why are they zooming in on this lady?
Because name calling and calling people fat and emotional is
Civil. Yeah.
civil.
Here, how about that?
Real civil
He's just
discussion.
zooming in on them looking bored. Like, dude.
Exactly.
Spit on you? Okay, they just spit on that guy.
No, not
Oh.
spitting.
They're all
This
wearing
is the
masks.
Antifa she wants to
They're
see.
all wearing masks, you idiot.
Right? Hey, not all of them are wearing. Disagree.
Wait,
Still
so they're
individual.
not cowards?
Wait, what?
Yeah, just get their faces. You guys are so brave.
No,
So
those
glad you're
eyebrows.
here. Yeah, resist.
Schmoovin'.
Schmoovin'.
Fuck Trump, yes. Anarchy, okay, yes. I'll go for it.
Okay, stop the pushing.
I think there's a place for hierarchy, though.
Well, there's a difference between leadership and enforced hierarchy.
Sure.
Notice how the cops are only focusing on the Antifa protesters despite the much louder and possibly more dangerous majority of people behind them.
Stop.
Right?
You're over here pushing everybody. What is that?
Antifa's flag, trash bag.
Ooh, good argument.
Wow.
But I left it right here because I was gonna clean it. But I love you guys.
Tried to zoom in on the Hispanics for Trump sign and it got blocked.
Yes.
Yep.
Oh, wasn't that
Alright.
good?
Yeah.
Wasn't that good?
What
Okay.
a video.
I've got a
What
couple
video.
things. I've got a couple things to say.
Oh boy.
I've got a couple things to say. Okay, so if you break down everything she says in this video, there's 5 tactics. Name
Okay.
calling. You're a coward. You're fat. You're emotional. And run back to mommy. Those are
And also, you want to eat the
the
rich.
5. Those are the 5 arguments, okay?
Well, also
So why
eating
is
the
she using
rich.
third grade bully tactics? Eating the
True.
rich, I would say is name calling. I don't know. But
That's
yeah,
it, that's-
eating the rich too. We'll add it. We'll say 6. Why is she using third grade bully tactics? Well, because she's trying to instigate anger. This isn't the violent Antifa that she wants to portray in her videos. This isn't the violent terrorist that she's paid to make conservatives believe Antifa is. It's not a riot. It's not a looting session. It's a protest for a better world that they believe in. And that's not the Antifa that conservatives want to see. Conservatives themselves want to see violent movement so that they can pretend that they have the moral high ground when using force against them, and when in actuality, they just want to violently remove the opposition. A key step in fascism, and exactly what Antifa is out there to break. So that's where I stand, as I think they want to feel better about themselves by saying Antifa is, this is so angry and violent, when really their Antifa is just literally there to progressively and directly stop fascism. She wants to instigate anger because she wants to justify her racist and fascist beliefs.
Basically,
is
yeah.
how I would put
She
it.
wants to provoke. that's kind of
Yes.
like sort of capstone of the more right-wing movement there is that they're not
Yeah.
necessarily interested in portraying the real story. They're interested in portraying their narrative. And, I mean...
Broke and yes. And can I just say how incredibly the Antifa group here responded to her? Like, she was trying so hard to get a rise out of them, and they didn't even
Right.
budge. Like, I would have been so pissed. I would have been yelling.
Right,
Easily.
yeah.
They didn't even acknowledge her existence, and they completely shut down the narrative she was trying to push. And she
Yeah.
literally made Antifa look so good.
By the way,
in
if
this
anybody
video.
who happens to watch this is planning on protesting, this is how you do it. This is how you discourage the narrative. There's a time and a
Exactly.
place for political violence, and I respect that time and place, but for the most part, this is what you need to do. Disrupt
This is
their
how you do
narrative.
it. You go
Act
out
in
there.
a civil way. Do not incite violence. Be very cautious with your movements.
Yeah.
Don't speak.
Because
Don't do anything like that.
it's-
Simply demonstrate.
the right has the cops in their pocket. I mean, the second you make yourself a danger or a threat, they're going to hop on that like nothing else. They're going to say, oh, see, this is the violent terrorist we told you they were. When in
Yeah.
actuality, that's not Antifa at all. Antifa is simply opposing fascism, which everyone
Like-
should do unless you're literally a fascist who hates people for no reason
Yeah, and
without backing.
here's the
Like,
thing.
that's the only reason for fascism, is if you're literally so full of hate that it doesn't matter what consensus science comes to, you're going to hate people just because of something they were born with.
Exactly.
So,
Yeah, and it's
whether
it's
that be
also-
racism, xenophobia, sexism, homophobia, transphobia, whatever it is.
for sure. And the other thing is that, like, the media will always try to portray the left as violent and, like, unreasonable. Because, like, I mean, the media is controlled by 6 main corporations, all of whom work for corporate interest. And corporate interest is not the same as socialist interest by any stretch. So here's the thing. Is that, I guess a good example I can point to for this is Portland, the police station that burned down. That story got transformed from a single act of political violence into right-wingers and alt-right people claiming that cities are being burned down by rioters. No
Yeah.
cities are being burned down. Occasional businesses have been looted, and 1 or 2 fires have occurred. That's
And I would say
hardly-
I disagree with it.
yeah,
I would even say I disagree with that because you're not aiming that towards the right people.
exactly.
Don't be breaking down local business. If you want to be mad at the government, be mad at the fascists who don't want to take away your rights, be mad at people who hate you for no reason. Like, those are the people you should be aiming your anger towards. And I'm still not saying you should beat the hell out of them and burn their shit. I'm just saying that maybe your anger it's justified. It's obviously justified, but maybe don't take it out on your fellow proletariat.
Yeah, and God, it's the thing with it is the other point there. Oh, what was I gonna say? The man, I'm going mind blank when the sleep deprivation hit.
It's the medication. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, don't worry about it. It's just the meds. Yeah, okay, but basically, media is never going to platform a left-leaning agenda because the media is in no way left-leaning. It's controlled by right-leaning stuff. So,
Yes.
you do one thing wrong as a leftist, it's going to get media coverage. You do one thing wrong as a right-wing person, maybe there's a story on it. But people,
Right.
like, take for example this, okay?
Alright.
People throwing, like, bricks through windows, for Antifa
Yeah.
protests got tons of press coverage and, like, was immediately cut with so much backlash and all that type of thing, right? Kyle
Yeah.
Rittenhouse illegally crossed a border with a firearm he was not supposed to have at the age of 18 and shot 2 people, killing them. After that, there was several news articles on it because it was a shooting. However, there was also many people defending Kyle Rittenhouse, and there was people who were bringing up the pasts of the victims. So some saying that, like, one of them, they were both criminals. One of them had been charged with pedophilia at one point. Kyle Rittenhouse didn't know that when he shot them. He just wanted to kill people. Also, there's news stories coming out at the same time about him cleaning up graffiti and stuff like that before the shooting. Doesn't make it better. He's not a good person now. And alongside this, there's these people who argue that Kyle Rittenhouse did nothing wrong. Like, just take,
absurd.
Just take into consideration how absolutely idiotic this is. A person with illegal possession of an automatic firearm murders 2 people.
Well, the first part
press
is wrong.
The press coverage of it is like absolutely, it's just it's
Can you guys hear me?
Oh, yeah, we can. We're streaming right now. Sorry.
Oh, you are?
Yeah.
Oh my god, I'm so sorry. I'll go.
Okay.
It's all good, dude. No biggie. Someone else just hopped in the Discord for a second. It's how we do these things. That's why, by the way, we count down before we start the video, is because we link up, because we're in different places right now. So we link up different videos to the same time so we can watch them at the same time and react. That's why we do the whole, all right, are you at 8:29 thing.
Which might get a bit annoying, but cope. Just
Definitely
gonna drop
cope.
a quick dislike on this video. Anyway.
Yeah. We suck. This is the worst. But I don't know. Do you have anything else to say? I'm pretty...
Yeah, I don't know.
That's all I had to say, really,
with
on this
Kyle
video.
Rittenhouse, it kind of got disrupted, but, like, you guys get the idea. Basically, if you are planning on going to an Antifa riot, do not incite violence, remain peaceful, remain civil, distract from the main narrative, don't do anything warranting attention.
But also,
if you try, you will get it.
Punch a Nazi.
Yeah.
Because that's kind of part of my thing. If you want to punch a Nazi, go ahead and do that. Because if the media covers it, then they would be defending Nazis. And that's like a big no-no these days. So like go ahead and do that. And also because Nazis are like kind of jerks anyways.
Yeah, true.
I hate to incite violence. Okay, I'm not inciting violence, but if you were a good person, you would punch a Nazi. Just saying. Nah, don't hit anyone who didn't hit you first, but still, like, definitely don't let that go unnoticed. Don't stand idly by when a Nazi goes ahead and says, "Yo, let's kill all the Jewish people." Like,
that's not a great policy to have. Exactly. Anyway, that'll probably bring an end to this video.
To a closure.
In summary, for the last 2 videos, Kaitlin Bennet is stupid. Never take anything she says seriously at all, ever. The only reason you should be watching her videos is to laugh at her.
Yeah. Or completely debunk them. We've got another video coming out soon about her going to a National Women's Day march.
Yes.
And it's a really good one because she in that one says, "Yo, maybe giving females the right to vote isn't a good thing because they vote Democrat." That's literally an argument she says. So you have that to look forward to. That's going to be really fun.
Yep. Good old KB. Good old Kaitlin Bennet with the hot take of
KB, KGB? Coincidence? Think
cool.
not.
Yeah. God, I gotta get
Her middle name is Gabriel.
Wait, really? Wait, hold up. I'm such an idiot. I just
Wait, really?
Wait, really?
All right.
Okay.
Well,
Cool.
thank you for watching, everybody.
Yep.
We hope
Anybody
to
who
see you
tuned in.
soon.
Yep.
That was a ton of fun.
For sure.
We will be. This is not the last time we will be covering Boo Boo Pooped Her Pants Bennett.
Correct. Yes.
So, because this is just too
pooped her
easy.
pants at a college party, Bennett herself.
Yep. This is her.
It's not
Gotta love the ad hominems we just made fun of her for using.
right. Yeah. I mean, yeah.
But you know what? Screw it. We're doing it ironically. She isn't. So.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. Anyway, cool.
Thank you for watching.
If
We
you're
hope
on
you tune in later.
YouTube, feel free to subscribe, leave a like, turn notifications on, whatever you feel like.
Share with all your friends, or don't, because we kind of suck.
Fair enough.
It is what it is.
If you are
I'm not your dad. I can't tell you what to do.
If you are our one
that can
current
change,
Twitch
but we'll see
viewer,
what happens.
feel free to drop a follow. All right, cool.
Yeah,
we will
whoever
see you
that
guys.
is, I have no idea who would ever watch this.
I mean, they're still here.
Thank you for doing it.
All right, thank you for doing
Wow,
that.
they're still here?
All right.
Wow, thanks for doing that. That's
Wow.
kind of cool.
Kind of dope.
All right, well, hey.
All right, cool. See you guys in the next one.